Welcome to the Being Curious Show. I'm Brian Mariani, founder of No Shift Own.
And I'm Kelly Wagner, publisher of Edge Magazine. Our show is about curiously connecting teachers and seekers on a wide range of topics in a safe space. Few topics will be off limits, and we have some amazing guests to share with you.
Our intention is that our conversations will spark your own curiosity to create a life that lights you up and inspires you to be kind, thoughtful, open-minded to yourself and others.
We are on AM 950, Sundays at 2 p.m. and all podcast platforms. So, Brian, what are you curious about today?
Okay, Kelly. Well, we have another awesome show here. This is another one of our collaborative shows. So we have many voices and lots of energies from a group of extraordinary people. This is, again, for an event, and we want to really highlight as many people as we have here today, so that our audience can get to know them and that everyone's just really, really clear how to connect with everyone. And then, of course, we want to talk about this amazing, amazing event coming up. So, Kelly, who do we have with us today?
Well, it's really funny because, I mean, we have a lot of amazing people here, there, and everywhere. But pre-interview, Dave Schrader was talking about the camera that he has, that it's almost like there was Vaseline on the camera, and he's like glowing. And I said it was his aura, but I think there's just a lot of glowing going on, and this is going to be a really, really fun show. Okay, we are having the I'm going to say this with my radio voice. The Enchanted Expo with a twist of curiosity, June 3rd in Shoreview, Minnesota. No, that was not a good radio voice. That was horrible. I apologize to everybody.
I liked it. I was ready to pay $1.99 for the next 3 minutes.
Yes!
Oh my gosh. We have a story.
I have a story, but I can't go on this one.
All right.
Her rates were higher than that, though,
My
Dave.
rates are
I have
higher
to
than
say.
that. $1.89. Like, oh my gosh. Okay,
We're
I'm
in a
just-
recession, for God's sake. Great.
Well, I can give you my $1.99 voice. It's all good.
Here's my $1.99 voice.
Oh, man.
Okay. We have Jenny and Bonnie from Enchanted Boutique. We have Christy from Christy Crystals. We have Carol. Oh my gosh, Carol, being you energetically, but what she can get out of your eyes, I just can't tell you enough. Okay, Mr. Brian, and we have Dave. Okay, you guys.
Wait, why did you sound so disappointed when you got to the end?
Dave, and then we have Dave.
And then we have Dave.
Because I was about to like love Dave
I see
and go,
how it is.
hey Dave.
I got you.
Okay. Do you want my $2.79 voice?
Yeah, let me see. Roll it out.
Oh my God.
You guys, we have this amazing event that we're putting together. And I know if you're a fan of the show, I like to say the word amazing. We've kind of turned it into a drinking game. Whatever your drink is, like whatever.
Where's the shots? Line me up.
Actually, that would be really fun. Okay. So this event is, Jenny, how would you, or Bonnie, or Dave, Dave.
Dave.
That's my $3 voice.
Okay.
Okay. How would you want to describe this beautiful collaborative event that we're bringing together on June 3rd?
It's holistic, it's metaphysical, it's paranormal, bringing people all together to discuss what they're curious about.
It sort of
Okay.
goes with our theme for the year because we're going back to our basics because we started out in paranormal
Yeah.
before Enchanted was around. So, and we've known that guy forever because of it. But he's awesome. What can we say?
Wow.
But yeah.
What a buildup.
I'm going to give you my $7 voice.
I can't afford it. Stop. Back it up.
Like, oh my goodness. Okay, everybody, we're kind of curious. Dave, the floor is yours. Introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do? And why are you coming to this amazing event June 3rd?
I was hired and there's money.
Yay!
So, a bit of
And
a
we're
paranormal
done.
whore.
And we're
Boom,
done.
there. You've got money, I will show up. No, I'm coming obviously in support of their boutique and of doing what I love to do, dealing with the paranormal, the metaphysical, and getting a chance to meet people. And I've been hosting paranormal radio shows in the Twin Cities now for 18 years. Began with Darkness Radio. I now host a show called Paranormal 60, and I've been on Travel Channel and Discovery Channel the last 3 years with the shows The Holzer Files and Ghosts of Devil's Perch. And I get to travel the world to see people in amazing locations. And instead of just sitting idly by behind my microphone, I get out and actually try to go see these spots for myself and meet the ghosts, meet the practitioners, meet the healers all around the world that I get the chance to coordinate with.
So, for anybody in our audience that is really new to the paranormal world and they might have a stigma around it or they might have a blockage around it, talk to them, because I really feel that, as we were talking about bridging and normalization, and talk to us about where you started your curiosity in it and like, what is it?
Well,
I'm starting to see pictures. So talk to us about the community.
The paranormal community, to me, is the best to be associated and affiliated with, because it's the great evener. No matter who you are, there's a curiosity, even in the skeptic world, of does something come next? Every race, religion, sexuality, they're all curious in getting those answers. So we're all together on that even ground. And I get to go to events where there are people that are politicians, brain surgeons, electrical engineers, house mothers, house fathers, kindergarten teachers, you name it. They're all there in groups that they would never get together with, in any other circumstance. And I started hosting live events back in 2006. And I can tell you that to this date, I probably about, 12 to 18 people have met at my events and gotten married, have kids, have started their life. And they were people that would have never connected in any other way. The paranormal is the great evener. It brings us all together. So I really like it. To me, that's family. But like any family, there's dysfunctionality and craziness. But, for those of you that are in or interested in the paranormal, but afraid of that stigma, just let the stigma go. What doesn't have a stigma to it?
Ooh, beautifully said.
Beautifully
So,
said. Yes.
Yeah. So what you just have to do is, we've all had these experiences. And I can't tell you how many times I bump into people. I'm on a plane and somebody will go, "Oh, where are you going?" Well, I'm off to Mansfield, Ohio. Mansfield? What's in Mansfield? The Mansfield prison. Oh. And then they're like, "Are you going to prison?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm a paranormal investigator and researcher." And they're like, "Oh." And I either get the eye roll, and then 10 seconds later, they're like, "You really believe in that?" "Yeah, I do." "Well, when I was a kid," and then they launch into their own story. So even the most hardened skeptics seem to have something they can't explain. So just embrace it, be a part of it. There's no shame in it. Listen, people that are religious and think, this doesn't fit, read the Bible, man. There's people coming back from the dead. There's healings going on. There's things in the sky. There's giants. There's all type of things that we're totally intrigued by in this field. So don't let religion dictate your fears, right? Because again, if you want to go by religion, read the 10 most important rules. He made it real simple. And at no point does it say, don't listen to the paranormal, don't go ghost hunting, and don't buy crystals. There's none of those in the rule book.
Oh my God, I love it.
Very fair.
This is gonna be fun on June 3rd.
Yep,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Dave's always fun.
So
A lot of
Dave,
great speakers, a lot of good people that'll be there, and you get a chance to interact with us, mingle, and feel like you're in a safe place where you're not being judged, and you can be you. And I'm giving out free hugs. So, yeah.
Well,
That
if you weren't sold before,
That's right.
that's so before.
My question
Dave,
is,
when
are we
you're-
bringing River?
Yes.
Okay.
Uncle Dave will have to see River.
Yes.
I
Yes, Brian.
Dave, when you're doing your research, are you someone who sees ghosts, or are you with like a sound recorder and you're like, "Oh, there's something there"? How do you do your
what's your process?
research? How do you do what's your process?
Well, I don't consider myself mediumistic, but with that said, I've seen ghosts and I've heard ghosts and I've been physically affected by ghosts. So I guess that sounds like a medium, but I'm not practiced. I can't just go into a room and sit down and connect with the spirits there. It seems the spirits that want to connect are the ones that come forward, right? They're the ones that just make themselves known to me. And I don't see them everywhere. I don't have that sense. Very rarely can I go into a place and go, "Oh, no, there's something here." You can just pick up on it in the room, but then everybody in the room is picking up on it at the same time. So I love doing the research and the history behind haunted locations and stories and understanding what is going on with at least the beliefs. And then from there, I go, to the location, and I love audio. So I really kind of lean into EVP, and I like to try to get immediate communication and see if there's something I can do for the spirits or if there's anything that they want to share with us.
I feel honor and respect in the frequency of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like
That's
it-
where it all has to come from, right? I learned early on going to haunted locations. Like I went to one in Georgia. It was an old antebellum mansion. It was owned by this Southern family, and the damn Yankees came in and took it over at one point and used it as their place. And the family was relegated to living in their own barn. And these ghost hunters were in there, and it was all, why are you here? Why do you want this? Everything was a demand. And they got no response. They're like, oh, this place is supposed to be so haunted. And I said, well, think of the time era you're communicating with. First of all, you ask permission to enter the house, and then you are cordial. Take your hat off, take your shoes off, act like a guest, not, they were already bullied by the Northerners. And here we are stormtrooping their house. And they're like, oh, okay. So I said, Mr. Doxson, thank you so much for allowing us into your house. I can see why you'd stay here. This is such a beautiful home. But I want to know, is there something keeping you here, or do you like to stay here? Because I'll be happy to help if you want to leave. And we got answers. And it was showing kindness and compassion to the spirits. And I think that's why we had such good success on Holzer Files and on Ghost of Devil's Perch. Cindy, Shane, and I, and then Cindy, Katie, and myself, we showed respect and reverence for the locations, for the history, and for the stories that people share.
That's beautiful. Okay, so I just keep. What are the top 3 places that you've been to?
I can't do that. It's like
You
ask
don't
me
have
to pick my favorite kids. Actually, that's easier. I could pick.
Okay,
my
then you pick your favorite kids.
But,
Kids.
no, there's just, because there's so many different places that have rich histories.
Yeah.
And, being able to be in the Morris Jumel Mansion in New York, where George Washington used it as a stronghold during the American Revolutionary War, to be in that place, to be in the conference house where Ben Franklin stood up to the king's men and told them, no, we won't bow to you. We won't bend our knee and give in to the British Empire. This is America. Those aspects are really incredible. But then it was finding the story behind the story,
right,
that really kind of intrigued me into, continuing this journey and hopefully giving a voice to the forgotten.
I love that. How about Minnesota? Because this is where the AM 950 audience
easy.
is. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
How about some
Palmer
places?
House.
And also we have the Palmer House,
Yep.
which we highlighted in Edge magazine,
Sure.
and that
Yes.
was a great story by Jenny.
Yeah.
What other places in Minnesota for those that are curious that might want to go on a journey?
To me, it's tough because I don't even know which places are really open to the public for that kind of thing. There's a lot, like the soap factory in Minneapolis is very haunted, and they actually turned it into a Halloween haunt, and employees were having weird experiences. So we were invited in with the KDWB morning show,
Right.
to investigate, and had really strange things take place. I got to investigate First Avenue. I got to investigate, and I got a chance to investigate, Keys Restaurant. It's just, you never know where the paranormal is going to show up.
Is Four Paws? Four Paws just
Four
popped in my
Paws
head.
for the longest time wanted nothing to do with the paranormal. Then they closed, I think, during COVID.
Yeah.
And they've allowed some teams have gone in there from time to time. So the Renaissance Fairgrounds are haunted. And I was just out at the Phantom's Feast this last year and did a paranormal investigation, and we were catching crazy EVP on the spot. So there's a lot of great places to research and look into in Minnesota, but not all of them are open. But when you go there, just show respect to the people and allow it. Thayer's Bed and Breakfast up in Annandale used to be a very hot spot. And I think they have since reopened as a bed and breakfast, but I don't believe they embrace the paranormal aspect.
Bring us back to First Avenue. We have about a minute left in this
Sure.
segment. What did you pick up on at First Avenue?
I kept getting EVPs of doves crying. It's a Prince reference.
I know. I was just like, really?
No. You got what sounded like a woman sobbing in the bathroom.
Okay.
There's all types of stories that have been associated with it. It used to be an old Greyhound station, and supposedly somebody tragically ended their own life. That is where the bathroom is now. There are DJs there that in the club will say that while they're doing it, they'll hear growls and screams come through their headphones. So there's a lot of weird activity, and employees have talked about it. And then I hear on the other side, some of them are doing it tongue in cheek. So it's hard to tell what's real or not. But I know we had some strange stuff happen.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Sea life at the Mall of America haunted too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What?
we did that one
Yeah.
with you. That was
Yep.
cool.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
Okay, now a little bit on that one.
Mall of America's had its fair share of tragedies.
Yeah, it has.
And on that side of the building, there have been a lot of tragic endings to people, self-inflicted endings.
Yeah.
And it's right there. Plus, you've got water source, electricity. You've got all of that. It seems like a ripe environment for it. But we've been there and investigated and have had really weird experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys, on that, welcome to segment 1 is now wrapped up. That's fantastic. You guys, Enchanted Expo with a Twist of Curiosity, June 3rd in Shoreview. Thank you, Dave, for playing
Thank
with that. We need to have you on our show,
Please.
and just kind of have some
Yeah.
fun with it. Okay, we're the Being Curious Show with Kelly and Brian, and we got a lot of people, and we're really going to dive in deeper in segment 2 on this magical day. We'll be back. 54 for you. So
Mhm.
do you want to stay on for another couple of minutes and just go
I-
out, or do you want to just kind of?
Whatever you want me to do. I mean, I want to make sure you've got a lot of great guests here. I don't want to just hog up the time. So I can stay in and just say hi. I'll see you guys there.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. That'd be
bail
great.
and do something like
Okay,
that.
cool.
I have something to tell you. Remember when you were doing the strobe in
Yeah.
Sub Lucky?
Mhm.
I did a Facebook with my video, and someone says she's seen shadows like
Oh,
7
very cool.
times in there. So I haven't really sat down and watched the video, but it's like, okay.
Yeah, well, we caught that weird voice too.
Yeah.
responding. So-
Yeah.
I just love the behind the scenes of this show. So anybody watching us on Facebook Live, welcome. Okay, Mr. Patrick, let us know when you're ready, my friend.
And welcome back to our show. We had a lot of fun in segment 1. Thank you, Dave. And I know that you're really excited about this event. And maybe if you just want to kind of share what's exciting for you and maybe an invitation for everyone.
Well, I think, yeah, everybody should just come out because it's going to be a great day and an opportunity for people to come together in a safe environment, hear about amazing things from great teachers, people with insights, and gives you an opportunity to be in a place where you connect with others that are like you. I've been asked over the years, Dave, you hear all these stories. Do you really believe everything you hear? And I don't. But I'm just as intrigued by why people feel certain things. And I always give people an opportunity to share that because it may not make sense to me, but I find out later how many other people are affected by that same thing. So I've learned to not discount anything people share with me. As harebrained and crazy as it can get sometimes, I realize that behind a lot of that element, there is something very real and very true happening for that person. And getting a chance to come out to events like this and meet us and talk with us and find like-minded individuals and find somebody that can help you with healing and somebody that can read your cards or read your auras or give you insights. It's just a great opportunity for people to get together and do this. So I hope you'll do it. And even if you don't go out that weekend, go check out the Enchanted Boutique anytime, because it's a great location. They've got a great staff and people that are into what we're doing and understand it and will walk you through it in a safe environment.
And they're now in Richfield, you guys.
Yes.
Just want to let you know they did move. They're in Richfield in the Hub Center Shopping Center, correct?
Yep.
And you're with the center for
Yep.
Echo Bodine, who couldn't be here today, but she's also going to be a part of our day. And then Spirit United Interfaith Church is also a partner in that space. What a great little triad of beautiful businesses coming together in that new space.
Absolutely. Yep.
Absolutely. Dave, you've made people. Did you like that? Was my
Yeah.
stage dollar
Very
voice.
exciting.
There we go. Dave, how do people find you?
Look under rocks, sometimes down by the viaduct. I'll be holding a cardboard sign that says we'll ghost hunt for food.
Nice.
Just paranormal60.com, paranormal60.com. You can go over to my YouTube page, which is Paranormal 60, and watch all of the old episodes and all the exclusive footage that I put up there. Or if you listen to audio podcast only, you can find me just about everywhere that you listen to audio podcasts. Paranormal 60.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Thank you,
More
Dave.
importantly, you're going to find me at the expo. So make sure.
Yeah,
you
there
come
we
out.
go. Way to bring
Did I
that
mention
back.
free hugs?
Free
Free
hugs.
hugs.
Like,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
And candy from strangers. I
And
will have
candy.
a bucket of candy. So come meet me and get free candy from a stranger. Yeah.
That's we've got to teach our
And
kids.
hugs. This
And
sounds
hugs.
even shadier. And then afterwards, come on out in the parking lot where my white panel van and puppies. It's going to be a lot.
Are you bringing
No?
T-shirts this time?
No t-shirts.
Damn.
Nope. No.
Oh my goodness.
But I will have our really cool bracelets. I'll have
Yes.
books. I'll have pictures and free
Free
hugs,
hugs.
puppies, and
Free
candy.
hugs.
So there you
And
go.
puppies. I'm like, don't let River see the puppies.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Does it get
Paranormal
any
puppies.
paranormal puppies?
They all come with attachment.
That's right. A leash.
Oh my gosh,
attachment.
you guys should have like your own show, but like, okay, that's just fantastic. Okay, well, Dave,
Thank you for having me. Ladies, I will see you. I can't wait to do
Yes.
the event. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you at the event as well. I'm sorry for eating up all of your time, Christy and Carol. And Brian, now you're allowed to speak. Thank you.
Dave popped in and now he's
Got
leaving.
it.
So
Yes.
thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dave, for being here. We really appreciate it. Okay. So what time, Jenny, what time is Dave speaking on June 3rd at the Enchanted?
I believe he is 11:30 to 12:30.
Okay.
Yeah, he's after Echo. I know that much.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So now Bonnie did a little shift over. We
Mhm.
got that. Okay. So Christy's also here. Christy is one of our sponsors.
Yes.
So we want to everybody do a little whoop, whoop, whoop for
Whoop,
Christy.
whoop.
Thank
Hi,
you so much
Christy.
for supporting us. Hey, Christy, tell us about you and your business and your definitely gonna be there and just with the curious souls that are a part of the show. Tell us about yourself.
So I've been doing readings and providing crystals for the last 20 years. Not only in Minnesota, but I've all over the country. I have a shop in Mankato. Had a shop for quite some time. This location's been for the last 3.5 years. But I've known Bonnie and Jenny for I don't even know how many years.
It has to be like 10 plus by now.
It has to be 10 at least.
From the different shows, which I don't do very many shows.
I love it. I
Um,
don't do many shows.
I don't I do maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 a year tops, but I really like Bonnie and Jenny, and we get along great. And I wanted to help support them in what they're doing, and then be able to provide. I know other vendors have crystals, and all crystals are wonderful. I'm not in it for any competing factor. I wanted to be involved more so to help. So I hope I did that by becoming a sponsor. But I'm excited to bring all sorts of cool crystals to this event. I have so much extra inventory, it's going to be deals.
So you said when you were introducing yourself that you do readings. What kind of readings do you do, and are you going to be doing them at the event?
I'm not going to be doing them at the event. I'm a medium and I channel. So what we've been doing, I take private appointments, but we also do psychic expos. We've been doing them about once a month. So you can check out my Facebook, Christy's Crystals, to find out when more events are coming. But I won't be doing readings at the expo.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. Because
I'm the rock lady.
Okay, you could be the rock lady.
You could be the rock lady.
Oh my gosh, we need to make a t-shirt that says got rocks. That would be really, really funny. Okay. So Jenny, give us the lineup of thank you, Christy. And on behalf of just Jenny and Bonnie and myself as the people that are coming together and throwing this, we really appreciate your support energetically, financially. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. It just makes the day a lot more magical, and we're grateful.
Intuitively, I felt like this was the right thing to do.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That makes us happy.
Yeah, I remember because we were at the Crystal Expo gem show, and she's like, "I want to be part of it." I'm like, "As a vendor?" And she goes, "No, a lot more than just a vendor."
That's fantastic.
So yes, we love Christy.
Well, I love you guys.
Oh my gosh, we're feeling the love on the airwaves, everybody. This is fantastic. Okay, let's do the lineup of the day. So we're at Shoreview Community Center,
Yes.
which, by the way, you guys, I had never been there until we did our pre-walkthrough. What a great venue.
I,
And
I thought so.
heads up, Jenny,
It's
like rock
awesome.
on. It's not only a great space, they have this really cool deck, then they have the pavilion, and oh my gosh, the largest playground you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Like, right? So it's totally fantastic for the families. We are actively, and I'll just throw a little behind the scenes. We're actively looking for food trucks. So if anyone hearing this wants to, that's not going to be at the St. Paul food truck event where every food truck
Is that
I
where they
think,
are?
oh yeah, art is going to be. Please, we're going to have a lot of people that are going to be really hungry
Yeah.
that might not want just the little vending machines. So
Yeah.
we invite you to come join our beautiful event.
Yes, and I'm super excited. Sunday I made the announcement. Every $5 of the $10 admission will be donated to Broadhead Manor out in Wisconsin to help restore their historic building. So half of the fee that you pay to get in will just be donated back to a historic paranormal haunted location as
Cool.
part of our outreach to help haunted locations.
That's fantastic. Do you have
Mhm.
their website or anything like that? Am I putting you on the spot? I apologize.
If you
They're
just
on
look up on
Facebook.
Facebook, Broadhead Manor, you can look up. There's a GoFundMe. Bill owned it for 5 years, and the roof really needs to be repaired, and he's doing it all on his own. So as a paranormal community, we've came together and helped him, and this is just another way to help him get the roof done so he can keep opening up to investigations. He holds a haunted house in there in October. And he's become a really good friend for the last year and a half. So
What a beautiful, nice job. Okay, so you're going to come to the Shoreview Community Center. And again, there's this inside space, there's this outside space, there's the pavilion. You're going to have, we have
4 vendors.
4 vendors, which, oh my gosh, you guys,
It's awesome.
It's
that's
amazing.
a vendor fair. Like,
Yes.
like, right? For people that do events, there's a lot going on.
This is
right.
our biggest one ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
So-
great. And they're going to be inside. Then we're going to have some on the deck, which that is
Yes.
the cool. Don't you wish you could have a deck like that at your
I know,
house?
right?
Like, oh my gosh, beautiful seating, really great. And then there's the pavilion, and so we're really trying to, with this space, utilize the inside, the outside. This is going to be June 3rd in Minnesota, so anything's possible,
I was
right?
gonna say let's all manifest a sunny,
No, it's
warm
all
day.
It's going to be great. Ooh, and
Oh.
then we have yeah, that's just popped in. Okay, so let's talk about the day. So the different speakers that are going to be going on. Who's kicking us off, Jenny?
Echo Bodine will be kicking us off at 10:15 to 11:15, and then Dave Schrader. Then we have our gallery reader, Diet, from 1 to 2:30. That's a $25 fee. She's amazing. Let's just say she's amazing. I love Diet. I'm so glad she joined us part of this day. And then 2:30 to 4:30 outside is Carol Dunnan. She'll be doing her meditation. That's a $15 fee. And then we have some free lectures inside as well, ranging from What's a Mystery School to expansion, evolution, divination, and dreamscape talks.
Okay, so you can imagine everybody. There's kind of a choose your own adventure in the day.
Yes.
Right? So not only can you shop at an amazing vendor fair, that full spectrum of vendors,
Yes.
like, right?
We have the the Boyd House, who's also a paranormal location here in
From
Minnesota.
From Minnesota.
We have Dave, we have us, so we'll have a mix of people, healers, paranormal, holistic. It's a lot of fun.
All in one place. So seriously, if you're curious, it's a really great, like, I'm just seeing like a Las Vegas buffet. And, it's not just like a normal buffet, kind of a Las Vegas one where you can really get anything you want, and you really can.
No, yes.
So you have where you can shop and experience, and then you have the beautiful speakers, and then you have the inside outside effect and the playground. Maybe you might be just inspired to go swing on a swing. I mean, it's all good.
Yep.
It's fantastic. Okay. We have Diet just joined us. Diet, hello, everybody. Say hello.
Hi,
Beautiful.
Jeanette.
Thank you
Diet.
for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Sorry I had to come in late.
Oh, no, actually, it's beautiful because Dave just left and you came in. So it's just kind of like, hello.
I'm always
Welcome.
missing Dave. I'm always missing Dave.
Oh, well, it's okay.
You'll
Don't
see
worry.
him June 3rd.
You'll see him
I'll
June
see him
3rd.
June 3rd.
Okay, so Carol, because you have been on for a little bit and we're all kind of curious about your meditation at 2:30, did you
Yes.
say? Tell us about your tell us about you and why you're coming, and then what people expect to experience with your guided meditation on June 3rd at our event.
I'm Carol Dutton, founder and owner of Being You Energetically. So I do a lot of energy types of work. Recently, I have been offering at expos the Irrigenics Ancestral Eye Reading modality, which really shows you what your ancestors marked in your eyes. At this expo, I am expanding a little bit differently, and instead of doing the eye readings, I am doing ancestral connection ceremony, and I'm also including that then as my meditation.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Bang guns. Holy cow. There
Exactly. All of that ancestral connection has to start from a place of love. So that's how I start everybody, getting them to where the only emotion they're feeling is love, so they can appreciate everything that their ancestors went through. And one of the things that makes it important of why we connect with our ancestors is really summed up by Sherry Mitchell, who's the founding director of Land Peace Foundation. So I'm going to read to you what it is that she has to say. When we connect with our ancestors and put their wisdom into action, we are evolving our collective consciousness. We are transporting the ancient truths of our collective past and birthing them into our future. What we create out of those truths extends the wisdom of all those who have gone before us, and it provides a guide for all of those who will follow. So I feel she sums that up perfectly in that if you don't really know your past, you can connect with your ancestors and help build your future and the future for generations to come.
Okay, Carol, I'm godsmacked on that one. As someone that does ancestral work, you did. You just summed it up beautifully. And your timing's impeccable because that's the end of segment 2. So what a beautiful and curious way to wrap us up and lead us into segment 3. What we're going to do is just thank you, everyone. And we're going to tap in with Diet with the next segment. So please, on behalf of Brian and Christy and Carol and Dave, who Dave was here, and Bonnie and Diet and myself, thank you. Okay.
Did you want me to slide over?
Yeah, slide over.
Okay.
I was going to let you go to the next one and then slide over because Bonnie, we want you. Everybody watching live, thank you for being here. This is fantastic. And thank you, everyone, for being here. We really appreciate your support of this event.
Hey, I get to see everybody now.
I know people are already asking for next year.
Hi, guys.
Kelly,
Yes.
we have people asking for next year's dates already.
Great.
That's awesome.
That's great. Now Bonnie is the glow.
Uh-oh.
Glow with something.
Hey, Bonnie, would you do me a favor and move that chair just outside of the camera? Like 3 more inches. Nice. Well done.
Mhm.
Okay, Mr. Patrick. Feeling the flow, feeling the vibe.
And welcome back. This is segment 3, the Being Curious Show with Kelly and Brian. And we have our awesome collaborative event today. We're talking about this paranormal opportunity to meet and visit and learn from all these extraordinary people at this event coming up on June 3rd. And we actually had someone drop in late segment 2 that no one has met yet. So Kelly, let's have a conversation with her.
Fantastic. Diet,
Hi, Kelly.
welcome. Hello. We get to finally meet. We're like,
We
yay!
do, finally.
Oh, we're so excited. Okay. So Diet is our gallery reader. And for anybody that does not know what a psychic medium or a psychic gallery is, please introduce yourself and what you're going to be doing on this beautiful date on June 3rd. And then also promote yourself. So how people can connect with you.
Beautiful. Well, my name is Diet, and I am a psychic medium, which on that particular day, I'm going to be doing readings. I do psychic, which is all about your life, mediumship, which is talking to people, loved ones that have passed away. But I also throw a curveball and do medical intuitive in there. So people come to me and have me kind of feel what is going on with them, or if I can see anything within their health. So, which is kind of nice. So on that day, I'll be doing all kinds of readings, but I also have the gallery, which is when I stand up in front of, hopefully everybody just fills all the chairs and everybody kind of comes in, and there's a per se a waiting line on the other side of loved ones, and so it's not everybody's guaranteed a reading, but what happens is I take, as fast as I can go, usually about 4 to 5 minutes per loved one. I just bring them through one by one and give short, quick meet and greet messages, letting you know they're there. It's really a beautiful experience because even those that don't particularly get that exact message usually are very felt by the whole experience. They receive something, and everybody really walks away just feeling very gratified on some level. So it's a beautiful thing. My galleries are my passion, so they really are.
That's fantastic. So we have a beautiful space for the gallery.
Absolutely.
What makes you okay? So you said it's your passion, and actually, when you said that, you would like energetically just like
Lit
started
up.
to sparkle.
Yes.
You just lit up, right?
Yeah.
And so if someone is curious, or they might even be skeptical, create a little, give them a message right now, because I think that's really important, because I think I don't want to say a stigma around psychic mediumship, and everyone kind of knows here that I am one, so I get it, right? And why should someone pay $25 to come share space and time with you?
Well, it just that is because there's so many times, sometimes a gallery, when people come in, are literally, they just want to know that, life exists. Somebody passes away, they don't dissipate, they don't just go poof, gone out of our lives. And during a gallery, a messages come through, I'm not a medium that hears names. You know what I mean? So I'm always like skeptical, especially when I've got John Paul, blah, 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 blah. He died on this date and all this wonderful information. Whereas I'm a person, I'm coming through what they look like, what their height was, what they did for an occupation, how they passed away, their health, who they may be to you. And then we start bringing their personality, and you actually feel your loved one there with you, so that ends up being beautiful. But the really cool thing about this is, I can bring through, let's per se, grandma's, let's do the typical grandma you think about in the nursing home, little old grandma, curly hair, white, wheelchair, blah, 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 that everybody goes, oh yeah, there's a million of those. You know what I mean? But then we start bringing in grandma. Oh my gosh, she's in everybody's business. And I just see her wheeling up to everybody's room and walking out, and you come in to visit, and she just can't shut up because she's just talking about everybody. And she's complaining about the food yesterday and what they ate. And, and all of a sudden you go, and what is going on with your life? What is going on with you? Your life is just a mess. And I'm sitting there going, uh-oh, you know what I mean? But the person's looking at me, not only is that my grandma, because you described everything she does, but yeah, my life really is kind of a mess right now. And then grandma's going to give her opinions, and it ends up being really kind of cool. But the neat thing about this is, you have other people that say that sounded kind of a lot like their grandma. Even when you give really specific details, they may not get one detail, but the rest is all grandma. And I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be that person. It's always got to fit like a glove. But because you are bringing through for a whole group, spirits will piggyback off of each other on the other side. And it's beautiful because then you've got more than one person getting the message. So I've done galleries, and a whole bunch of people don't put up their hands, but I get emails the next day going, I know that was mine. I was just so afraid to, and I went home and I cried and I told my whole family, and it's beautiful. It just really is so beautiful. And then people and everybody that's there, they're touched by the whole involvement of it. So
that's just right. And it's interesting. And I just got a hit to go to Carol, and because Diet was talking about, grandmothers and our ancestry, Carol does Irrigenics, and I know you're not doing it at this event, but I've had my eyes read by Carol, and who knew what your eyes can tell about you?
I know she brought that up, and I'm like, I'm going to be the first person at her booth. And then she said, no. I'm like, no.
But I think the guided meditation is going to be absolutely fantastic. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be a fun one. I just can feel it. Brian, what are you curious about on this event? What question do you have? I see a thought bubble over your head.
I'm curious around what the setup is going to be. So are people walking in? There's going to be like a main stage where the Echo Bodine and Dave are going to be giving talks kind of to everybody. What's the setup? What can people expect when they show up to this actual location on June 3rd?
Paper, rock, scissors. For who goes? I just don't want to talk so much. I really want to give you the floor. You found this great. I mean, it's a beautiful. It's a community center, but it's just so much more, and it's so comfortable.
And we've got so many spaces. So
you'll walk through the main doors of the upstairs, or you could come through the downstairs and take the elevator up. You'll see the welcome desk where you'll buy your tickets. If you want to buy you have to buy your admission. If you want to add on the gallery reading with Diet, you can there. Then to the right will be the vendor room, where we'll have all of our vendors, healers, psychics, and then off to the right in that room is the free lectures. If you want to go outside to the deck, it's just to the left of the table, and there's going to be 3 or 4 amazing vendors out on the deck. And then go downstairs and out the door, you'll be at the pavilion, where you will have Echo and Dave and Diet and Carol doing all their fun little workshops.
And hopefully a food truck.
Hopefully a food truck.
Or two. Like yay. I gotta get the yumminess. Okay, so Christy, I got this to nudge. What if somebody's curious? I don't know why I'm going a little squirrel. Just letting you know on that one.
That's nothing new.
Right now, I was like,
same thing.
Like, right? Crystals. If someone is curious about crystals, what is a really good way to start the crystal obsession? Because once you start, you can't stop.
Nope.
So I kind of teach backwards. When books and the internet are great, right? Lots of information. But that all doesn't apply to each individual person. That's sort of an overview of all the stones. So I have people pick their stones and then research what they're about, because there's always an underlying reason that you need some help. So that's how I would go. And then as they pick out their stones, I'm able to work with them and talk to them about how I understand energy.
That's important.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Absolutely.
That's how we do it at Enchanted too. I tell them, go play with the stones. Don't look at the birdies. Feel the energy. Let it pick you, and then find out what it's about. What is the stone?
But it's really interesting when people come up to me with a pile of stones, and I'm like, do I say something? Do I not say something? They'll have a pile of like green stuff or blue, and I'm like, do you care if I say, can I talk to you about this for a minute? Heart chakra stuff, throat chakra, so it's very interesting when people do pick their stones and you look at their pile and I can tell what's going on with you,
Oh gosh, yes. Oh, I've gone into a store like, I need some carnelian for grounding or something like that. And then I'm like, I think I need this one. And then I'm like, what name is it? Get my phone out. Yep, this is why I came today.
It's just always an underlying thing, always.
Yeah, we get the list people. They come in with this big list. I need all these stones. I'm going, why? Because I looked at it online or in a book, and I'm going, go play with the stones instead.
Yeah. Yes. And I'll have good variety to choose from.
Do you have any favorites right now?
I selenite, black tourmaline. They're always on the top of my list, but I really have a passion for rhodochrosite. I wear a lot of labradorite. I was just down in Arkansas, and I love big quartz crystals.
Where did you go
Um,
in Arkansas?
Oh, no, yeah.
we went to Hot Springs and we stayed in Mount Ida. It wasn't only a rock trip; it was a trip to get away, you know. But of course, I came home with some giant pieces.
Where'd you go, Dave?
So yeah, that's where I was. But yeah, quartz is hands down my number one favorite.
Yeah. Did you go meet Bobby?
Bobby.
He owns, oh gosh, is it Twin Valley, Twin Falls? Oh, I'm going to screw this up.
Twin Creek.
There we go. Did you go there?
No, but I happened to run into his mom.
we bought crystals from his dad. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just, he was telling me a Bigfoot story, and it was really funny because we're in his. So I went last year, and we're digging. We bought a pocket, and Bobby came down and was working with us, and it was lovely because of his story, and he did everything with a crowbar. He like a crowbar, you guys. We're like he's pulling up this craziness. So he brings it. He finds one that was like awesome, and he hands it to me, and he's like, "It's like baby Jesus," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. We got this." And then he's like, "Baby Jesus likes you. You get to keep it." And I was like, "Okay." Great, thank you. So we're talking, and he's giving me a Bigfoot story, and he's talking to me, and I'm absolutely engaged, absolutely being present, being myself. And he's like, "No one I've told this story to, they all roll their eyes and they don't believe me, but I think you believe me." And I was like, "Oh, I totally believe you. Like, I mean, come on, guys, like it's all good." Oh yeah, that's a fun place.
Yeah, Arkansas is full of otherworldly beings.
I think we'll have to go with her next year.
Oh, it's really, really fun.
And bring Kelly with.
But
we can totally put together a trip. That would be great.
But it's okay. I have to say, digging for crystals, that's not for the faint of heart. I mean, it's hardcore. Like you really get in there and you're like going around. I mean, it's not just this. I mean, that's like we really bought the pocket and like we're down there. It wasn't. And then I think next time I'd just buy a bucket that Bobby picked and just kind of like walk with it because
it's hard.
It was hard. He said, I mean, everyone's coming with all their different hose and like all these different things. And he just had his crowbar and he was just going at it like a pro. And then what he was throwing, like he had his keep bucket, but then he had his like throw bucket. And I was like, everything he was throwing away, I was like, can I have that? Can I have that? Can I have that? But the stuff this guy, oh my gosh. Okay. Digging for crystals. That was like life
Trip
experience.
2024.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Let's do an edge trip.
Oh, that would be really fun. So I'm sorry.
This is the beginning of a manifestation right here, you guys.
Okay, we're gonna manifest. Okay, so what else do we need? We have 2 minutes left of this great show. We've got Carol and Christy and Diet and Jenny. I keep saying Dave, like here, and Echo. Let's talk a little bit about what Echo's doing with our little bit of time left.
Echo will be there doing a lecture. I kind of try to talk her into doing one on nutrition and developing because she does her nutrition class. And then she'll have a booth signing her books, probably have some of her lambs. I don't know. But she'll have a book. She wants to meet everyone, promote the center as well. So come out, meet Echo. Meet Dave, meet all these amazing vendors, healers, psychics, and help our haunted location at the same time.
That's fantastic. Okay, let's do the rundown. June 3rd, Shoreview Community Center, 10 to 5.
$10 admission.
$10 admission. Again, 50% is going to be a beautiful donation to support. We've got Echo, Dave, Diet, and Carol. Other beautiful speakers. 54 vendors. Oh my gosh, you guys, all under one roof in one day. Like if you're going to have like, again, a buffet of magic, like this is what we're doing. Be curious.
Be curious.
Come on out. Jenny, how do people get more information? We have a Facebook event page and what else?
Go to Enchanted Boutique's Facebook page. You'll find the event page. We post on both. Or our website, enchantedboutiquemn.com, will have some info, but Facebook will be the best place to get all the info.
That's fantastic.
including Diet's tickets for her gout reading.
Woo woo! You guys, this is gonna be a good gallery. I can feel it.
Oh,
Takes
yeah.
one to know one, and I love it. Okay, this is the Being Curious show. We're very curious today. June 3rd, the Enchanted Expo with a twist of curiosity. So much to explore. Please join us. It would be an honor. Come say hi to any of us and say you heard us on the show. And we are so excited and we are grateful. And thank you for listening. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.